I'm also, Digimon Adventure recently got remade, and I am planning on watching the new Digimon Adventure. I was waiting to watch the new Digimon Adventure until I got to see Kizuna, and I did. I finally got to watch Kizuna. It finally came out. I had tickets to go watch it, and then COVID happened. So, rip. But I finally saw Kizuna, so now I can actually go and watch the new Digimon Adventure. I don't know what it's like. I'm hoping it's good, because the original Digimon Adventure was just made to sell toys. Straight up, it was made to sell toys, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's a Pokemon ripoff. It's not. It's based off of Tamagotchis. And the original Digimon toys were Tamagotchis that could fight. And so the Digimon Adventure was created to sell these Tamagotchis and to get these toys off the shelves. And so Digimon Adventure definitely, the original one, had that hanging over its head. To its credit, though, it took a lot of lemons and it made some really nice lemonade. We'll need your review. I will definitely give you your review. Yeah, I saw it in Swedish and I don't trust a lot of the Swedish dubbings. Yeah, subs over dubs 90% of the time. Actually, it's getting less now as dubbing is getting better and there's more effort being put into dubbing, as well as the dubbing industry just kind of learning how to do all these things. Defeat all multi-attack enemies. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Digimon 3 is awesome. Are you talking about the movie, or are you talking about Digimon Tamers? Because the way Digimon seasons work is a little strange. So, the Digimon Adventure, at least in the US, is the original, is Season 1. We called it Digimon Season 1 here. It kind of did get the adventure title, but it was considered Season 1 and standalone to Season 2, which came out, and we call it 02 because it came out in like 2002 or something like that, I don't know. But the point is that 02 was kind of considered its own entity in the US, but it's connected to it's connected to Adventure, and it does have a slightly new cast. And then after 02, I remember how it was billed. It was billed as the continuation of Digimon Adventure, which, on the one hand, yes, on the other hand, no. And then Digimon Season 3 came out, which just completely threw everything out of the water. Season 3, not only does it do a freaking genre shift, because it goes from a fun adventure to sci-fi horror, but it doesn't even take place in the same universe as the original adventure. Like, in Tamers, which a lot of people call Digimon Season 3, and it's not, Tamers is, like, the Digimon Adventure and 02 Kids are a TV show in the Tamers universe, which is bonkers. Oh, rip. Right at the end, I fudged that right at the end. Yeah, Tamers, yes, but the Digimon were adorable. The Digimon were adorable. But starting with Tamers, which Tamers is really, really good. Like, they got Japan's greatest horror anime director to do Tamers. And he asked for the project. They were going to cancel Digimon, and he begged for it. He said, "Give it to me, I'll take it." And they went, "Yeah, sure. You're creative, you're famous." But he's known for his horror. Like, one of his anime starts with a child of about 5 tied to a bed in an abandoned house, looking at his dead sister and focusing on the fly that is crawling across her open dead eye. And that's the guy they let be in charge of Digimon. But let's be clear here, Digimon was his baby. He went all out with Digimon Tamers. There's even a website in Japanese, at least it was around, I don't know if it's around anymore because it's really, really old by this point, but like, where he talked about his process, and oh boy, so that's why the entirety of the last third of Digimon Tamers is too terrifying for 10-year-olds and is just one straight trauma trip. Because they let the horror anime direct it. It's still a really good season. I highly recommend it. But after that, Tamers did kind of start this tradition of, oh, hey, all of the Digimons are going to take place in different universes and whatnot. So after Tamers came Frontier, which is a guilty pleasure on my part. Frontier is not good by any stretch of the imagination. They definitely dipped in every quality metric possible. But I really liked the idea of the kids becoming their Digimon, and they still had that sense of the partner, like the spirits were their partners, and they did get to like talk to the spirits and interact with the spirits, and I wish there was a little bit more of that. But I liked that idea that the kids got to be and become the Digimon and fight, because part of the fantasy of Digimon is, oh, you're a kid who's not only super special, but also you get a monster who is now your best friend. But when it came to the fighting, the kids all had to just kind of sit back, and there was this whole suggestion of, oh no, they're helping. They're not really helping. The most they're doing is acting as a battery, as a talking battery for their Digimon partners. So in Tamers, it introduced this idea of, oh, well, now the kids can, and even, yeah, Tamers did introduce it where the kids got to fuse with their Digimon partners, but Frontier, like, went to, like, the logical extreme of all of the Digivolutions are them fusing with their Digimon partners, and I liked that. So, Tamers is definitely a guilty pleasure on my part, 110%. And then came Data Squad, and Data Squad was even worse. And I hate Data Squad. I hate it. It's terrible and stupid. And then there was one more after that I didn't even bother watching because Data Squad was so bad, and that one looked even worse. Just an absolute downgrade in animation quality, too. It went to, like, Flash animation or something like that. Or at least it looked like Flash animation. My god, it was terrible. Trauma Trip? Yeah, no, it was a trauma trip. Sure, the guy seems suitable to be in charge of children's shows. Yeah. They are good batteries. The kids are good batteries. And Kizuna actually introduced a battery life to the kids, which was sad. It can be interesting when they introduce new ideas, but I always get iffy when they keep making new seasons. Well, the problem with them making new seasons is that they put less and less effort into each season as they go on, which is really, really frustrating. Alright, return to the world tour. Oh, we're gonna get
Xehanort's plan was revealed at last. Terra, Aqua, and Ventus entered into a grueling final battle. As they fought, Xehanort summoned Kingdom Hearts.
No, my heart.
Terra's body became a vessel for Xehanort, but his lingering will and devotion to Aqua and Ventus remained attached to his armor.
You think?
Even knowing that his own heart would be destroyed in the process, Ventus fought to stop the Keyblade from forming. As Ventus struggled, Aqua confronted Vanitas, who had taken control of Ventus's body.
Oh, he got Norded.
Drawing strength from her friends, she destroyed the Keyblade.
Yeah, the real name of Union Cross is actually supposed to be Union Key. But no, that's stupid. It's Union Cross. So why did you want to see that one thing before watching the new Digimon Adventure? Because Digimon Kizuna, Adventure Kizuna, was the end of the Digimon Adventure series. It is the last evolution. But that's actually what they call it. Is Kizuna is, its title is Digimon Adventure Last Evolution Kizuna, or it's Kizuna Last Evolution, one of the two. But the point is that Kizuna was the end of the original Adventure Kids story, and it put a very definitive end on it in a very heartbreaking way, where one of the things you find out is that the Digidestins can only be kids. and that when a Digidestin grows up, their ties to their Digimon get broken. And the Digimon doesn't just go back to the digital world. No, the Digimon disappears, which is the child-friendly way of saying the Digimon dies. So when the children become adults, that is the end of their life for the Digimon. And that hurt. That hurt so bad. And 3 of the Digidestined lose their Digimon by the end of the movie. And it hurt so bad, and I absolutely was crying at the end. But the movie built itself that way. It said, this is the end of this story. This is the end of the story we want to tell, and the end of their adventure as Digidestins. And I just made a pun, and all it does is hurt my soul. So, yeah, Digimon Adventure Kizuna hurts, and I highly recommend it to everybody who watches it, but also, owie. And then they totally undermined that message by also being like, hey, we're rebooting Digimon Adventure. It's just like, well, screw you too. But I didn't want to start the reboot until I had said goodbye to the originals. So that's why I wanted to wait, was because I wanted to say goodbye to the Digimon and the version of the Digidestins I had grown up with. And I did. I grew up with them. Digimon was among that group of first anime that I watched that back when I didn't even know the difference between a cartoon and an anime. I thought they were all cartoons.